My name is Richard Lipsky. I represent the Willets Point United Group. One of the projects that is involved in this review process is a ramp project off of the Van Wyck Expressway that will facilitate the development of Willets Point that the City of New York is planning. So if NYMTC is the fostering organization, Willets Point is the foster child of NYMTC. What we believe, and I'll provide the written testimony, is that the review of the ramp approvals has been tainted, that there is gross discrepancies between the original EIS that was done under the city's land use review process and the access modification report that is being forwarded to New York State DOT. Those discrepancies, which Brian Ketchum, who is our traffic consultant, will go into a more professional manner than I, those discrepancies raise questions about the entire process and how, in fact, we believe it is tainted, and that the open and transparent and independent review of the actual impacts that these ramps will have on the highway corridors and on the local roadways has not been properly done. And that we're concerned because one of the key members of NYMTC is the city's planning commission, which should know intimately these discrepancies because they were involved in the original land use review, yet made no effort to try to inform anyone in this process of these discrepancies and have them addressed. And that's a concern of ours. And then the fact that the consultants in the EIS that was done for the city, L.E. King, Rosen, and Fleming, AKRF, are the same consultants who were supervising and involved in the environmental review on the ramp report. They should have known that there were these discrepancies, and yet, if in fact you have a ramp report that indicates tremendously fewer amounts of traffic generated than the original EIS, you have to wonder where their model is getting the data from. And in the absence of that, what we are asking from the Federal Highway Authority, and even before that from New York State DOT, is that they look very closely at how this review was done. It should be investigated. Ultimately, we believe that under the National Environmental Protection Act, there should be an independent review of how this process has gone on, and also on the traffic that we believe will be generated. Now, in the process, I've been doing land use consulting and lobbying for close to 30 years, and we have started to talk to the communities in and around Willets Point. They have not been made aware of this. When they are made aware of the severity of the impacts, they are raising a holy stink. The elected officials are beginning to take notice of it. We believe there will be state Senate hearings on the impacts of this traffic. All of this has occurred over the last 6 or 7 months, and in the absence of any real independent review from the city EDC and the City Planning Commission. So what I'm saying is that if, in fact, the allegation is made that there is no controversy here, everyone wants to move forward on this, the people here who are from Willets Point beg to differ, and that we're asking FHWA, New York State Department of Transportation, to join with us, analyze the data, look at the discrepancies, and once you do, we believe that you will decide that there is a need to go back to the drawing board, reevaluate this process, and then we believe that when you look at the actual numbers, it'll be very hard-pressed for either the state or the federal government to approve these ramps for this project. Thank you.